Chris, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Mhm.
Give me or give us your top 3. Obviously, no spoilers, but your top 3 films from London Film Festival.
LFF,
Ooh,
yeah.
Secret Agent's really good.
That's Wagner Moura, right?
Yep, like the more Hamnet.
Really?
No other choice. Hang on, not Hamnet. No Other Choice is number 1 for sure. The
Mhm.
Park
Okay.
Chan-wook, unbelievably good.
High on my list.
In terms of,
see.
I'm not going to say the top 3, but like the one that surprised me most was the Brendan Fraser one, Rental Family. I actually really like that. It's quite sweet. Nice film.
I mean, I saw the trailer for that, and I think I'm going to like it. Yeah. So
Yeah, same.
I'm not
It's very
surprised about that.
wholesome. I love wholesome shit.
It's
Yeah.
really kind of wholesome, nice. Blue Moon's also really good. The Ethan Hawke.
Linklater.
So I would, one of the two. Well, both Linklaters were great. I'm going to say Blue Moon, No Other Choice, and Secret Agent as my top 3, I think.
Okay. I was going to
Sentimental Value and if it was 5, I'd go Sentimental Value and Hamnet.
Sentimental Value and
rounding
Hamnet.
out, yeah, as our top 5.
Fair. Is okay? Because my follow up was going to be give me 1 international, 1 mainstream, and 1 British. Well, your top 3 are international in No Other Choice and
No Other Choice.
Secret Agent.
Secret Agent.
Secret Agent, is it Brazilian?
Yeah, Brazilian. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's all in Portuguese.
What's your favorite mainstream film that you saw at LFF? So mainstream, big appeal, big budget,
maybe
whatever.
Roofman. Roofman was fun. I mean, does Rental Family count as that?
I mean, I guess it might.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It's Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, gonna get that boxed up and see what I saw. Is This Thing On was really good, the Bradley Cooper one.
Oh, that makes me happy. That makes me very
John
happy.
Bush,
I'm excited for that.
And then a couple of the Wake Up Dead Man. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely can't wait to see that.
In terms of mainstream ones, that would be my favourite, I think. It's probably my second favourite Knives Out film, behind the first. But like, I think very little in it. It's a lot better than Glass Onion for me. And I didn't dislike Glass Onion, but I know a lot less people like that than like the first one.
If I had legs, I'd kick you at LFF.
What was that, sorry?
I don't think so.
If I had legs, I'd
maybe
kick
no.
you. The Rose Byrne.
The Rose Byrne.
It was there, but it clashed with Sentimental Value. Like they were on at the same time. So I was
I think
like,
that's
well,
out. Like,
yeah, I'm actually seeing that one tomorrow.
It's not out here until February, I think, or January.
I don't think it's out in any cinema close to me. I might have to go to Toronto just to see the film, which is like so annoyed.
I'm watching it at the TIFF tomorrow.
Left-Handed Girl is really good.
Don't even know what that is.
It's a Sean Baker, Taiwanese film. So Sean Baker wrote it, co-wrote it, and produced it, I think.
Really? I didn't even. I've never heard of it about it.
It's a Netflix one as well, I think. Out next month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, November 28th on Netflix.
Yeah. I do want to try and see if I would like go kick you. I mean, I think I need to go support Conan because it's Conan, but also like Rose Byrne is Rose Byrne, and the trailer looks
phenomenal.
Yeah, the trailer looks stressful. So
very, very
that'd be a stressful film. But that's good. I'm glad you had it. Was it a good festival, Chris?
I think so. I've only got 3 films I didn't like, or in some way, which is pretty good.
Okay.
So the new Daniel Day-Lewis, which was really bad. Anemone, which is sun-directed. The Coral with Ray Fiennes, I didn't like either. And then After the Hunt for Guadagnino, I was not a fan of.
Yeah, that's a bit. That was very disappointing.
I was going to see After the Hunt after this recording, but because I'm not. I try to stay away from reactions from people. But like, what I saw, even some of the reactions. I don't read review. I haven't read reviews, but some of the reactions was like, "This tracks. This makes sense." Like even from the trailer, I was like, I could kind of see that this movie will be a movie that will be on the wrong side of this discourse just from the trailer.
It had greatness there. I just don't know what was happening.
I'm intrigued. So I do want to watch it. I have to watch it and make my opinion. But I was like, it tracks that like, even from the trailer alone, I was already
people are really
feeling
accepting it. Yeah,
I'm a big Julie.
The trailer I was already feeling to both sides. Even from the trailer, I was like, okay.
It's a shame because I love all the actors in it, like Julia, obviously, Andrew Garfield.
Michael
Stuhlbarg, he's having a great time in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yes, Ayo saw it and he was like, Michael Stuhlbarg is having so much fun in a movie that is not really fun. And I was like,
yeah, he's in a completely different film to everyone else. He's very camp. He feels like he's in a light comedy film, and everyone else is in this really bleak psychological film that's full of unlikable characters.
I want to try and watch it.
Really bleak is all right.
That's the LFF roundup. Should we go into the final episode of Slough House?
Let's jump in.
Season 5. You guys ready? Oh,
ready, willing, and able. Let's go.
Fuck, shit, bugger. Hello and welcome back to the Popcorn for Dinner podcast. And welcome, finally, to First Desk, the office of Diana Taverner. Today, we'll be discussing the finale of Slough House Season 5.
Yeah.
And joining me once more, just like River, they are really fucking good. It's Angel and Chris. How you guys doing?
Well, good, thank you.
Excited and sad, you know.
Yeah.
I saw your
end of the
road.
End of the road.
But you know what? Because we love this show so much, they always let us know that there's more road to be road.
End of the road. For now, yeah.
For now, yes. They're always like, don't worry, in like 11 months we'll be back with more. Yeah, we're going to talk about, like, look, quick programming reminders. We've covered the whole season of Gen V. All of us on our feed. You can check it out if you somehow didn't hear about that all through the last 6 weeks. We've covered the entire season of Slough House. If this is the first time you're listening to us talk about Slough House, as mentioned in the cold open, Chris was at LFF. We will try to link as many of his LFF pieces in the description on YouTube or your audio platforms. And also, please, if you're listening to us, if you enjoyed us, if you didn't hate us, let's not even put the bar so high. If you didn't hate us, just like, subscribe to whatever platform you're listening on YouTube, comment. Like, if you hated us, then that's fine. But if you didn't hate, if the bar was just like you didn't hate us, then just give us a good 5-star rating. It really, really helps us kind of get out there. And yeah, we will be doing some things over the next few weeks. Hopefully, we might talk about Pluribus at some point. Is the cinema is doing movies? They too are going to be. Aisha was also at LFF, so they're going to be covering some LFF films over the next few weeks, and then towards the end of the year. And then next thing you know, it's January, because January is like two months away. And I just say January is going to be part 1. We know Night of the Seven Kingdoms is coming out in January, so we'll be obviously be going back to Westeros. And I don't know, I smell a bit of cocaine in the air. I just feel like a little financial scams and scandals on their way. I just feel like we might be heading over to a little known bank, but let's see what happens in the turn of the year. Okay, Slough House, the season 5 finale. It is titled Scars, which I think probably for many reasons, both the scars of war on Libya and maybe the physical scars of some certain characters. It's written by Will Smith and is directed by Saul Medstein. Before we go into this episode, episode 4, after Angel was maybe abducted, we're not really sure. Chris and I discussed Roddy Ho's letterbox top 4. Yeah. And we posted that online. And look, I don't know, you just disappeared and we're like, ooh, I don't know, talking about some MI5 shit. And Christopher Chong, who plays Roddy Ho excellently, responded with what he believes, and he's the authority, at least 3 of Roddy Ho's 4 films in Letterboxd for us. I guess it's up to because us to decide what the 4th one is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so his 3 were Conan, 300, and Star Wars, which makes perfect sense. I think if you go back to that
when he says Conan, does he mean Conan the Barbarian?
The Barbarian?
I think so. I don't think there's I think it has to be that one.
Because there's Detective Conan as well, but like that's definitely a bit too niche, I think.
That's the
because he has his sword and he's into his sword. Yeah,
exactly. I think when Chris and I were thinking about this, if you go back and listen to it, there were 2 parts we were on. We were on like the sci-fi kind of like testosterone avenue, and there was also the incel avenue, and we ended up going down the incel avenue. of like Fight Club.
We said like Fight Club and then Terminator.
But I do think Star Wars, Conan, and 300 does make sense as like Roddy wanted to like feel like a man. So like there's like Conan 300 man, Star Wars nerd. So it makes sense. I do agree.
300's kind of incel-y, isn't it?
It is kind of incel-y. And then exactly from 300 he goes down the Snyder route. Not that Snyder himself is not an incel. Let me make that clear. That man can't have my head in a headlock. But his fans are not incels either, because we're trying to keep them. But some of his fans are incel. Let's put it like that. So he replied and told us. Replied with his 3 picks: Conan, 300, and Star, which is really cool. And then I guess it's also have what's his 4th.
Would the 4th be Magnolia?
Maybe. I mean, I think it could be a bunch of different
Berserk, things. Which is actually an anime. That is. But if I was thinking on the brawn, brainless man,
Ho would definitely watch anime, so that tracks.
I feel like 100%.
He would, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about this episode of Slough Horses. I want to start at the end because
I would like
quite literally the last scene, actually, because I thought that we're never going to get confirmation to this one way or the other.
Yes.
Chris
we
has
literally just discussed this again
face.
Last week. Yeah.
I said it last week. At episode 3, Chris has an incredible poker face. He was acting like he didn't know. He obviously knew. So well done to you, Chris. But the show confirms that story was... It's so funny because one of the comments that we read out last week, the commenter on YouTube was like, I don't think it's lamb because I don't think lamb has burnt her feet. And they were like, hey, look at his burnt her feet. But yeah, I think they actually could have confirmed it. I don't know, Angel, how gagged were you when you saw?
I was very gagged. I literally said, OMG, it was lamb. Because we had just discussed that maybe, he was pulling together stories from different experiences. But I think what would have made it a little bit hard to believe was just me trying to imagine Lamb in love and like him having a girlfriend that was pregnant at the time that they would have killed. Like it was hard for me to imagine that with the way he is now, but then with seeing the scars,
it wasn't always like this.
Eesh, I said, damn, this man has been through some things. Because at first I was like, this is disgusting, get his foot away from here, like why are you showing me his torn socks? And I'm like, oh my God.
I'm just like, okay, why doesn't he buy new socks though?
Why is he taping up the socks?
It feels like
that's why we said he's low-key rich, because he don't spend none of his dollars or pounds,
like on Deliveroo, thanks to Roddy.
Except Roddy, you know what I'm saying.
Roddy manages his Deliveroo account.
Why doesn't he buy some new socks?
It feels so much easier to buy new ones than to be taped. Because like it's one thing if you just wear the old socks with the holes, but he's meticulously taping them.
There's a story behind that. So I saw Mick Heron in Oxford talking about the new book, and he said this is a story somebody told him that he relayed to Gary, and so they included it in the show.
As in just the taping of the socks?
I think it was Gary's stepfather who did it, and then he said to Mick Heron that it was a proper Jackson Lamb thing to do. So Mick then wrote that into the newest book, and they've included it in the show as well.
But what's the point, though?
Oh, it was just something quirky that his relative was doing, and now it's become a Jackson Lamb thing.
I mean, I think it makes perfect sense. Just like, why not just buy new socks? Like, I'm trying to understand. Trying to understand the thinking.
Sentimental socks. I don't know.
Maybe, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe he cares about them. I don't know. I feel like if I cared about it, I'd just get it tailored. Let's sew that baby up.
Chris, so now that you can now say it's like, with no secret, is this in the book? Is this confirmed in the book?
I don't think so. I don't think this. The closest we get to Lamb's kind of Joe backstory is actually in one of the spin-off books. So it's not in the main.
The one with Molly.
So it's in the Secret Hours, which is partially set in 90s Berlin. It was like young David Cartwright, young Lamb, and young Molly. But they're not actually known by those because they're Joes, in the field. So
of course.
They have like aliases. But it's obviously them. So I'm interested if they actually are going to give that the treatment in the show at some point as well.
So this is all a show creation, like confirming that this was Lamb's backstory and that his feet are burnt. So that's cool. That's cool.
I mean,
I think they did that for us
it's a cool detail to add in.
100%. And I'm glad they answered the question because they also asked it themselves in the show.
Yeah.
So
and it would leave people guessing.
They took,
and if they didn't answer it, people would get annoyed, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would have been fine to continue speculating just the way Lamb is.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a nice to, another piece to the character puzzle.
Yeah. It's nice. It's like you said, it's nice to imagine that he was once in love and he does have an unborn child that was killed and a lover that was killed. And all of these things, and even the fact that he confesses, I guess now if you go back and listen to that monologue again, the fact that he confesses that he person,
didn't know the name, he would have given them.
That he would have said it if it's like to say that about yourself is kind of like okay, let's talk about this episode and the terrorist plans. I don't know if you guys, maybe it's just me, but like Muslims don't worship on Sundays. I'm right in assuming that, right? I'm right in believing
they do
that.
On Fridays,
Word to Claude. He looks at
the sick.
He's like,
thank you very much.
I'm sick. What
he's like, who are you asking exactly?
Okay, so yeah, should we just start with the multi-faith attack?
Yeah.
So. Lamb kind of put it together where they're probably going to be attacking because only a psychopath would think that, and then just an incredible staging.
JK, then reacting to that comment.
Like the way he just slinks out, he's out of focus. The camera never switches focus to him. He just like slinks out, and everyone's just like.
This was me.
And again,
the timing of that is so good. He's like only a psycho, and then it kind of zooms in on him. I
said, hey.
But it's like again, Catherine works it out before River as well.
I was going to say, River is again the last person to put two and two together. And then at the attack where the mayor is quoting Dom Toretto from Furious.
From Fast and Furious, yeah.
I also like how he said that, and then he didn't say like a specific Fast and Furious quote. He said something that people have been saying for decades. Maybe it's just like to live in the heart of those love is not to die. It's like that's not a specifically Fast and Furious quote. And then he says with a straight face. I was like, okay, sure. But yeah, Shirley and River
trying to assure the people
arguing. While I mean, let's me ask you. Let me open up the floor. There's a big gunfight which leads to the death of the two assassins. What are you guys' thoughts in this? Let me start with you. It's like, yeah. What were your thoughts?
I feel like Shirley asking River what the hell was he aiming for was so valid, because what the hell were you aiming for? It took you 8 shots and still counting, and she got up one time, bop. And he's like, the angles, the chair, which, okay, valid, but it's like, really, Riv, come on, bro. Yeah. Glad that Cole passed Shirley the gun. I think when he still had that gun, I was like, oh, that's such a huge moment of trust, because I know everybody is shying away with giving her a weapon because they know she's on drugs. But, I feel like in that moment, it was kind of like do or die. So Cole trusting her in that way, I don't feel like River would have. So, yeah, I like that as well.
Yeah, Chris, do we have any confirmation, or I feel like they said it's maybe in season 3, but I can't remember, of what Shirley was doing before Slough House? Like, was she in the field? Was she handling weapons? I know Marcus was.
Good
but I can't
question.
That's a good question.
I think I don't want to look it up. I'll have to come back to you on that one.
Yeah, because I remember obviously when Marcus gives her the guns in the kind of like the raid in season 3. I can't remember, because I know he was trained to be a dog, but I can't remember if she was also in all of that. Anyway, they are having this kind of argument about the best way to approach the person with a hostage right in front of him, which is very Slough Housey.
Which is so insane.
But then, I mean, I personally, I don't know, I feel like...
What did you agree with? That's a good question. I felt like... I don't know why the heck River was escalating the situation. Like, I'm so sorry. Tell him whatever lie he needs to hear right now.
Exactly, yeah.
101.
I think everything I've watched confirms that we support Shirley. Like, Shirley's like, lie to him, keep him calm, don't let him try to, like, kill the mayor.
Kill the mayor, because then...
Tell him that he's
you're here trying to take a shot.
It's tell him he's going to get out of here. Negotiate with the captor.
Terrorist, yeah.
And then And then he says something to Shirley where he's like, which is why you're never going to leave Slough House. And I think that's such a like important line. That was the last line in that sequence before Cole kills him, kills Farouk. So I think that was like such an important line too. She doesn't really react to it. No one does. Like it's kind of left just hanging in the air. But I thought that was kind of like an interesting.
But I feel like for River, that's like the biggest insult he could have given. Like that was particularly nasty on his part. Like, okay, bro, I know you're going through things right now. Stop projecting your bullshit. Okay.
But he also believes it here because again, it's funny, all season we've been like, oh, maybe this is the season where River would start to learn or realize his inadequacies and everything. But no, he still just believes
they literally said enough of that.
House.
They literally said enough of that. River's like, no, I am that bitch. Okay, I'm like he says, he's really fucking good. So
yeah,
in his own opinion,
like there was no learning from River this season. There was no like
not one. He just went through crisis and ended up right at the same space. He's like, yeah, I'm better than these guys.
I mean, I guess part of the reason he ends the episode thinking that is because he does save First Desk.
Yes,
and we should,
by
like,
finally taking his granddad seriously, which is no discount in itself.
Something emotional in that scene when they're at lunch or breakfast is when he thinks talking to his dad about Libya, and then he's talking about chaos, and then River realizes that he's moved on to bees, and you can see his face, like he's so sad. It's like, oh, I thought we were back. I thought we were having, I thought we were having this connection again. But then you're right. He listens to his granddad and he figures it out, and he remembers the boots and all of that stuff, which leads to him. Let's talk about Claude. Let's talk about the Claude instance, and then we'll circle back to River. Let's talk about like Claude. I thought Claude was dead.
Babe, look, I think Claude is so nasty. At every single point, he's trying to damage control this P. He does it by throwing Diana's name under the bus. He's like, oh, yeah, well, Taverna fucked up. So here we find ourselves now. Oh, this. So here I'm just like, literally London rules, But it's just like, Claude, somebody like Claude, like all episode, I just kept thinking, these things can turn up Claude at the end of this. Fuck no. I'm not accepting that. Not only did he not die, he's going to get to keep his job. No. So those are my feelings on Claude. Yes.
Did you think he was going to die?
I hoped he would, but Jesus. I knew he wasn't because goddamn, the bespectacled guy can't even aim with his glasses on either. So
well, the dog did interfere.
Okay, but then after the dog interfered, this was him walking directly behind Claude going,
no,
pew,
it was fair.
Claude was not running that fast. We saw him. He was basically running in a straight line.
Speaking of running,
so much so that River showed up in front of him and went, bah. So it's just like, the spectacled guy, what was going on? Like, you had one chance here. I was like, take it, kill him. But it's okay. It's okay. We don't wish for violence. But yeah, I would have liked Claude to die, but it's okay. We'll take this too.
I mean, speaking of running, I didn't mention that, like, we got another new Claude running scene just dropped.
So good.
It's so funny because when he's running away from the guy with the gun, he has a better running stance than like when he was running normally. So it's like, oh, you do know how to run. Why are you doing this?
That's his posh running, broke a sweat.
Fair. No, I did think he was gonna die. I did think because I guess because I've all season long I'd been like, Diana was going to end the season as First Desk, right? So I thought this was the good avenue for it. Claude dies and then Diana goes up. And but again, I think it's like, if you remember a few weeks ago, I mentioned about how the best of Slough House are still saying something a bit more than just, here's a terror plot. Like, it was like, this was obviously kind of, as much as a TV show like this can do, indicting like the UK's involvement in not just Libya, but like other kind of colonies that it's gone and it's gonna interfere with and left them.
Like, just like, hey, war, and y'all deal with it.
Yeah,
like the guy was saying, like, you didn't even arm us to, fight back against, as the US usually do. They go and arm both sides. So I'm guessing the UK's prerogative is to arm one.
Not that we're saying that the US approach is better or is good. It's just a different approach.
It's just observations,
Yeah. And it's like, I tried to like read up on like the British specifically like their involvement in Libya. And I opened a few links and I got depressed, so I closed it. So I was just like, I'll take Slough House's word for it. But yeah, I mean, it's like, since Gaddafi fell in 2011, there've been like two civil wars in Libya. Like, it's like, it makes sense why these guys would be as angry and everything. I was very happy. I was very happy that it wasn't just about money. I did feel kind of, I was like, wait, is it just money and this is just going to end? So like when they still wanted to kill, I was like, okay, it feels like
you know what I thought at that
conviction.
moment? I said men ruin everything. Like they ruin everything. Like here goes.
Or are we just very focused? And we know what we're here
for. We had two different agendas here, right? I guess their agenda was to cause some chaos and damage, but, make some money and escape, unscathed from all of this. But I think for Farouk and, that other guy, it was more important for them to cause damage. For Tara, it was more important for, yes, to be damaged, but there to be reparations of some kind. It's like she wasn't trying to destroy the UK. She just wanted some accountability, some. She wanted them to bleed a little for what they did, right? And I guess that kind of answered the question we were asking as well as to how involved is Tara, to find out that she was recruited into this with the way she carried it on her head. And that guy had to be like, you're moving too big right now. I don't know who told you deciding things. I say, at least she was like, wow, men actually ruined everything because now she has told them they're not going to shoot. They have sent the money, now they're going to go shoot and no escape for them. I said, God, why? Why couldn't we have this discussion pre?
It's so interesting that like Tara, who didn't really grow up in Libya, she grew up in the UK for a bit and then grew up in France and is only in the last couple of years now trying to get back to her Libyan roots. And fair enough, like her anger is still justified. But like she, like you said, is okay stopping at getting the money and getting reparations and maybe embarrassing the UK. But the people who grew up in the wake of MI5's involvement and Claude's decision and all these things, for them it's way more than money. For them, they want revenge, they want retribution, they want to kill the people, the man who directly influenced those things. So I think it's both people, because of their own socializations and upbringing and everything, have different kind of goals.
Yeah, they have different goals,
and things to go for. So should we go to Tara? Because I'm just thinking, is there anything like...
Let's talk about Baddie T.
Baddie T, fair enough. I mean, at what point did you realize that Lam did not actually think that Standish was going to do what he asked her to do? Like, he knew that was not... Like, Lam had a different plan.
From the moment he said, go and knock on the door and see what happens.
Chris, did you see, like, genuine emotion in Lam? Like, when he's trying to tell Standish at the end, like, she wouldn't have killed you. Let's go get it. A lemonade.
It's hard to tell with him when he's kind of genuinely emotional or when he's kind of playing it. But it does feel like he's taken events this series more seriously than previous ones.
Yeah.
Like just from the way he's handled himself, he's been a bit less chirpy and he's kind of been a bit more angry, I guess. But I think that's why he's a comment at the end about him wanting peace. Because I think he's fed up with keep getting dragged into other people's messes and having to clean them up.
That's a good point. Because he also just says that about like, look at what the service has done to me.
I think he just genuinely wants to have this quiet backwater place that he runs. He's allowed to kind of fester on what's happened to him and not be bothered. And then obviously the park keeps, because he has the phone call with Diana at the end saying, I never want to hear from you or the park again.
Which we know that's not going to be
the case.
So I think he's just fed up.
Yeah.
But I like your point about this season being a little bit more, because you're right. When I think about it, he's not angrier in some instances. Like even when he's talking about this Libya thing, he's almost like, yeah, we deserve it.
Like literally we did it. So
it's like, just pay them the money. It's like, look, yeah, they're not wrong about us, but even they as well took some of the money, but whatever. It's like just pay them. He's almost like, yeah, this is this is it. Chickens are coming to roost. Like, it's almost like, we deserve what they're doing to us kind of thing. And obviously there's his running gag of just insulting the Met Police all season with Devon. So, Angel, because I what did you read in that Standish interaction? Because I felt like Lamp was genuinely emotional.
Yeah, I think he was genuinely trying to reassure her because he could see she was genuinely taken aback. Because, at first he was just like, yeah, you'll be fine. And she's like, I didn't feel like that. And he's like, it's okay, I'll come. Don't worry. Come, let's go and get ice cream, type of situation. That's what it felt like to me. Like, I think that was a genuine attempt to reassure her, like to calm her down. Because I feel like he would have just been like, well, you're here, innit? Like, she didn't kill you at the end of the day. If he wasn't taking her emotions seriously. So, yeah, he was definitely trying to reassure her. Plus, also, he kind of got her into that mess by telling her to go and knock on the door anyway. So, if she had ended up, Papa, he would have been like, I should have maybe put in some contingency here or there.
Even the scene before in the park was another, like, you can tell that Lamb respects Standish and sees
so
like
much
a lot of utility. Like, he's asking her questions like, what would you think she would do? Like,
even when he
won't
says
ask
like
anyone else those questions.
He actually he doesn't give a damn about their opinion. But like when she was like, oh, why should I do this? He was like, oh, the rush of being in the field must feel like, when you used to be off your asshole, I think is what he said, right? And he compares that to, this gives you that same high. Something to live for without, falling into your... And immediately he says that, she's like, okay, so what do you want me to do? Because she's like, yeah, you're right. This is why I've been involving myself, is keeping her busy, keeping her mind busy, so she's not just... Which, by speaking of, if we bet at the beginning of this, like, you'd have lost Bankole because she actually didn't drink.
Yeah.
But
no, I was going to say last week, I feel like it's next season.
Yeah, like they're probably setting us up for next season. Yeah.
Like the same way, how they showed David's, like, mind deteriorating in season 3 and then it became a thing in season 4. I feel like he has sobriety things for next season. It's just them setting up. That's what I think.
Shirley will be fully free from the clutches of cocaine and can be...
I mean,
we can
the
have one
hairstyle she's rocking, and you're on Hair Watch. The hairstyle she's rocking in that season 6 trailer is definitely something.
It's giving brand new.
Chris, is River, quote unquote, really fucking good?
Well, he does do some things here, doesn't he?
But
it is...
I think really fucking as a descriptor is just...
I think given how badly he's messed up in the first half of this season and in previous seasons, he doesn't have the right to say he's really fucking good.
No.
Like, he does one thing right in this episode.
Literally.
Saves the day, in the Abbotsfield thing, Coe's the hero there. Not River.
And Shirley, because at least they both get one body
and
each.
River
Shirley
is literally in the right place at the right time. Like, how did he know which bit of the park? Is it Hampstead Heath?
I'm not sure what the park it was.
That Claude is running in. That is just
I think he said he asked
coincidence.
I think he knew the park, and then you hear gunshots, and then you start running towards gunshots.
Even so, it's still kind of like, what if he was a second later? What if he,
Fair,
yeah. It was a chance. There's a
huge element of luck involved in him being there at that time. It wasn't.
But he finally got his Tom Cruise scene where he runs to the rescue and actually does rescue. So
does
I feel like
shoot on target as well.
Literally, like that gives him back all of his River confidence. He feels like he is the top shit, the creme de la creme. Not forgetting that literally prior to this, everything else was a fuck up. Like, actually, fuck, pop. Like, literally last week, we were lamenting how they mistakenly killed the guy, and he was trying to come to grips with that. So
the biggest thing with him is that his ego is the biggest obstacle. That he thinks he's some great, but he's not.
No, him being immediately to Louisa, like, yeah, I think I'm going to be joining you.
Out of Slough House.
Out of Slough House. I'm like, baby, what do you think this is? Like, you going to do one thing and Diana going to snatch you up? What is this? It's because he saved Claude. It was because he saved Claude. Yeah. He was like, I saved the big guy.
But then he obviously has to face the fact that Claude is suddenly out of a job.
Yeah.
It's like he saved
his life. Because Claude was going to take him.
100%.
Just about what you said about River's ego, it makes sense, actually. It's actually well on track, because someone like him with an ego like that, it takes so many things, like so many wrong things to bring him down, but it takes the slightest good thing to take him back to where he...
Yeah, exactly,
He doesn't care about all the bad things he's done, but that one good thing is like, oh yeah, I am really fucking good.
I'm back, yeah. And at least they sowed the seed of Louisa coming back as well with that little phone call.
I mean, we'll talk about it when we get to the trailer. So I was trying to figure out, because I know we all have our own opinions, us, the three of us, Ebube, all the listeners, we have our opinions on River. But I was trying to figure out what the show's opinion is. Because like when he says he's really fucking good, the show isn't necessarily, I mean, obviously they've shown things, but like in that moment, they're not necessarily telling us that they don't agree. And even when he says, and you agree, Lamb, I don't think Lamb thinks River is a terrible spy.
No, he doesn't. Yeah. I don't think he does.
I think Lamb knows that River has a big ego and he thinks it's better than he is, but I think he does see something in him, which is, as we'll talk about in a second, I think this is why he wants him back, or he takes him back. So I think the thing with River has always been the thing where he's like, he has the potential to be really fucking good. And if he was like, actually, if he was more egotistical, if he was more Ethan Hunt than like James Bond, he would be better, because Ethan Hunt relies on his friends and his family. And like to him, Benny is the guy, right? Simon Pegg's character is like, was who really River would forget about. He would not think about him at all. So like, if he was more Ethan Hunt and actually relied on the intel and his friendships and other things, he'll actually be the spy that he thinks he is. But he thinks he can 100. Do that all by himself and everything. So,
I think that's exactly what the show is showing us. Because I think from the start, it has been said that River is a bit too competent for Slough House. But there's a reason he's here. It's because, like I said, he has a finishing problem. River go, he's just not going to take it all the way, okay? It's never going to make it all the way. He's going to have the right intentions, maybe even the right, paths. But something about that finish follow-up, he's just always struggling. And I think a lot of this just has to do with, like you said, he has a very James Bond complex. Like, he has to do everything. He's the star of the show. He's the this. So I think that's exactly how the show has shown him to be. Like, we see him being, except maybe this season where we've seen him really like struggle with even shining at all. With his crisis of confidence, I feel like the show has always been like, yeah, he's a good like spy. He's just not great because XYZ element of PQ.
Yeah. Let's wrap up by talking about the Claude and Lamb scene. Which I was like,
is it the first time they've
Claude
had
walked in there without a
together?
nuclear bomb in his pocket? So
no, they had the scene last week.
The one with Diana, Claude,
at the park.
and
But this is like the first big scene they've had together.
Yeah, with just the two of them.
They've only had 2 scenes together, I believe.
Because they don't have any in season 4, do
they?
No,
I don't think so, no.
Sorry, I'm going to repeat what I said. Claude did not walk in there with a nuclear bomb in his pocket.
No.
Okay.
I mean, he thought he did. He thought he did.
He had air.
He thought he had all the angles covered, didn't he? He thought he had snipers pointed at every exit, and then he was the one being
And then Chekhov's tape recorder came out, and it was like...
Say hello.
I like it when he goes, checkmate. And he's like, well, wasn't that checkmate? I think
he's like, check, mate. Check.
It was like check when you made another move. Oh.
He's so funny.
It's also when he goes, I don't like that word, but you are fucked.
But you're fucked. You're all fucked. Yeah, I mean, like, we don't have to go over it play by play, but like him and, gosh, I forgot his name now, the former Home Secretary.
Claude. Peter Judd.
Peter Judd, yeah. They had this plan where Diana and probably Slough House would take the fall. And then Judd gets to keep his commission on the 100 million, which...
I don't even want to think, even if it's 10%.
Yeah, like even if it's 10% of Great British pounds, oh my lord. I don't even want to like... Yeah, and then I imagine that like Lamb has had that, like immediately they gave him that recorder after the bridge, like he listened to the whole thing, so he knew that he had this, like
he was going to need
in his pocket, like he knew he was going to use it. I imagine when he went to Molly's apartment, he knew that he was going to get her job back with this recording. Like I think he knew all these things, which is he just lets
Claude show him his cards.
Just talk and talk and talk, and then he just plays it after he's left the office.
And Claude comes back, he's like, sorry, what is that?
Like, I thought I heard it.
He kills me, like, absolutely.
And obviously, earlier in the season, I was like, I don't see how Hole comes back, because like what he did was very, very serious, and it makes sense that the only way he can really come back is through this kind of like...
It's through Lamb's...
Like blackmail.
Yeah.
And then I was also thinking, I was like, why would Claude accept this? Because like he's losing the job. I was like, oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. They just showed us Peter Judd. As long as Claude can live with his like hands clean,
dignity.
He's in the private
Exactly.
sector next week.
Exactly.
Making commission on
Versus
100
it being
million.
a scandal, being like MI5, you know, first desk, caught, honey trapped into sending 100 million of Great British pounds to terrorists.
Maybe even jail.
Eesh.
Yeah, because he's what they call it. He's threatening the politician, and that politician turns up dead.
And
he's
that
threatening
politician
to extort
died.
them. He's even not threatening; he's extorting them. He's like, "Do this, or I would do this." So he could probably go to jail. Do you guys think? Because obviously Diana is like, "I'm not taking River." Do you think Lam told her like do you think Lam was on the bottom of the idea of her taking River, or that was like from Claude's?
I think it was just maybe continued conversation
because
from
Claude was saved by River. I think he then effectively felt he owed him a position at the park.
So Lam never brought up the idea of like River going.
No, and also I guess River spoke to Claude on the phone at Abbotsfield as well. So it's like several little seeds being sown, aren't there?
Yeah, but I think also Lam always knew that Diana was not going to take
the River. Lam knew River
Diana's
wasn't going nowhere.
Diana's the one that put River at Slough House in the first place.
Yeah, from he's
I
first
think she
big
just holds
fuck
a grudge
up.
against Cartwright, doesn't she?
Yeah, but she puts him. Let's remember, she put him in Slough House, like for selfish reasons. Because he had followed her and seen things that he shouldn't have seen.
Yeah.
But also, I think she worked for David Cartwright, and I think she didn't like the nepotism of it, maybe. I don't know.
And not to mention, it's not like River wasn't fucking up on his own.
Or something. Well, she worked for the service when Cartwright was the head of it.
Oh. Fair. Angel, what were you saying?
I don't know if they've dived into that, but...
No, I was just saying that is... what they call it? It's not like River wasn't fucking up on his own, because even though Diana put him there, like people could clearly see why he ended up there. Like he gave her all the backing she needed for that to be valid, regardless.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Is there anything about this season that we haven't touched on that you guys want to touch on?
First desktop. Yes, it's only taking 5 years, but we're here, guys. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, they could
interested in.
They had to do it.
It feels like there has been quite a mixed reaction from some people to this season. Like, I've still enjoyed it, but I've seen a couple of people being like, "Is this a weaker season?" So I don't know what you guys think about that. If you think it's a drop in quality from season 4, or
I mean, I think I'm on record. This is
one of your favorites. Yeah,
one of my favorite seasons. Yeah. And I didn't think season 4 is one of my worst seasons. Like it's hardly like season 2 is my worst. I think we did
our rating at the beginning, right? And yeah.
So this is definitely a better season for me than season 4. So
yeah, I'm intrigued, but I'm wondering if it's just the fact you're on season 5, and then I feel like whenever you get too much of a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is a whole different conversation that we can have.
Oh yeah.
I do think people online, they don't know what they want. But I think that people say things like, "Oh, give me a show every year," or "Give me back 20 episode seasons." And I think take up the 2 shows that we've got every year since they came out. Like, I think are The Bear and Slow Horses.
Yeah,
and both shows the public has had waning interest with each season as each season goes. So I do think, and it's not necessarily because of the quality of the shows. I think it's just people. I think our attention span is so low. People haven't realized
it's
that
too much of a good thing. I think people are used to like Sherlock and Stranger Things, and I'm trying to think what other shows, Star Wars shows. Andor, for example, had three years between them, where there's just not always a season every year. I mean, even Slow Horses, we had 2 seasons in its first year, only 6 months between them. So it's a lot of content in a short amount of time.
So they're a bit more critical.
So, I mean, I think it might be like a catch-22. It might be a snake eating its own tail. Yeah. I don't know if it's because shows started taking those years in between. So like new TV watchers, like not to sound like back in my day or whatever, but like,
I mean,
10 years ago, we were getting shows every year, so we knew how to watch TV like that.
Like
you had to make a schedule.
Game of Thrones was yearly, for the most part. Yeah,
but I do also think that people who started watching TV maybe in the last 7 years or 5 or 6 years or whatever.
I used to hiatuses.
Because they are used to years in between, which is not a good thing. They also don't know how to appreciate shows that come out every year. I don't know if I'm making sense.
This isn't perfect. No, they're taking more time. It wouldn't be slow.
Exactly.
You know,
I think you're making perfect sense.
Like TV always kind of followed the formula. Like Homeland would have, it might be a different story, quote unquote, a different terrorist, but it's still kind of the same formula across 11 episodes. It's still like the same thing. That's how TV works. It's not like, that's why it's TV and not movies. Like it's TV is a formula across the seasons. That's what we do. It's not going to be a completely new thing every season. And if you're not ready to accept that every year, then you're going to feel like it's bored or it's retreading old steps or whatever. That's what is going to happen, right? So, and as the same way, I think everyone is like, oh, I want 20 episode seasons back. I think they're all lying to themselves. I think if your favorite show started giving out 20 episodes a season again, you would hate it. You would absolutely hate it. Like people have forgotten how, like not bad it's like we accepted it, but like in a 20 episode season, maybe like half are just not good episodes of TV. Like
just throwaways. It's like fillers, with like anime.
It's difficult to make 20 episodes of TV in a year.
Sorry to keep bringing it back.
That's very difficult. You know how quick they have to write? So like, if you want, like, certain shows can be that. I do think so, but like you can't have like 20 episodes of Slough Houses, for example, or 20 episodes of Severance. Like not like some shows
it's like, what are you doing?
To be 6-7 episodes. Yeah.
What episode is going to be going on vacation? Okay, girl, that's not what I came to see.
Maybe we should go back to watching network TV because network's still making TV. Maybe people need to start watching more of like, I don't know, the network show that's still going on, apart from like the Dick Wolf shows.
Bold and Beautiful.
But so like if you start watching those shows more, maybe that part of our brain can be satisfied. This is a whole different rant that I'm going on. I apologize, but it's like
no, it's absolutely fine.
But I don't think it's the quality of the shows. I think we have forgotten how to watch TV as a society.
Yeah. Genuinely, I think we're spoiled.
With this series of the show, they have started changing slightly more from the book as well.
Fair.
So, like in the book, Tara gets killed quite early on.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's quite a drastic change in a few areas in this one. I mean, the general story beats is the same. But like just the way we get from A to B is slightly different.
Yes, that's interesting. So wait, was the whole thing with Claude, was that in the book? Like Tara playing
like
Claude?
Was he actually honey trapped?
I don't think that was in there, no.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's an interesting.
Well, I'd have to read it.
That's genius on their part then.
He still gets replaced by Taverneau's first desk though.
Okay.
So like he still cocks
that
up.
Seems like a rite of passage.
But like
fine. I know we'll see him by season 7 at least. Chris can't say anything. Okay, let's as we wrap up now, let's talk about just one last time. Anything about this season we haven't talked about? Anything about season 5? Anyone wants to touch on? Okay. So season 6 trailer. This is obviously the first season that's going to be without Will Smith as the showrunner. I need to find out. I know he's a new showrunner for season 6 and a new showrunner for season 7. So they're not like having the same showrunner for both seasons. Chris, is season 6 2 books?
It is. It's the first time they've done 2, but then I think season 7 is back to 1. So I'm not quite sure. I'm guessing it's maybe a catch up with the books, like because I know Mick Herron's talked about having an end plan for the books, and I think the next book for him would be book 10. So I don't know if they then want to finish on season 9 or 10 of the show, because it's the kind of thing you can't keep stretching out, and like this isn't going to be a Grey's Anatomy, and be on air for like 20 years. Like it's got to have a finite end. And I feel like once you get to like series 9, 10, 11, I've read all the books, yeah.
So, do you think, like, is it a possibility that maybe season 6 doesn't have enough story to sustain one season? Could that be a reason why?
I mean, that they're all quite finite and self-contained. So mashing them up is a very interesting, especially as it's only effectively for one. that they're not doing that for other series as well. It's odd that they're doing it just this once. I'm wondering if it's just a resources thing that they couldn't lock everyone down, and that they kind of effectively are shooting 2 seasons in one go. Or maybe it was meant to be 2 seasons and then they've just condensed it. It might be a longer season.
Yeah, but like it's maybe maybe it would be a longer season. I'm surprised if they do that. But yeah, it's just the fact that they're doing 2 books in one season is kind of interesting. Okay, let's talk about the trailer.
In 8-episode season instead, I don't know. Because the other Mick Herron show is 8 episodes, Down Cemetery Road. So
8 episodes. So I will just kind of say some of the things that popped up to me in the trailer, and then we can talk from there. I was watching this season. I can't remember what episode I was watching. I was like, it's so interesting that we've not got Lucien Samati in this show. And he is, I'm trying to figure out how people might know him. He's Gangs of London. Actually, Conclave. He's the Nigerian priest in Conclave.
He is. Isn't he in his Dark Materials as well?
He's in his Dark Materials, yes. So my point is that like he's also in Game of Thrones. He was the pirate. He was the only black character for 7 years in Game of Thrones. Angel, have you watched Conclave? I mean, you're giving me a look.
So this tells me you've not seen my Letterboxd review of Conclave.
Do I follow your Letterboxd?
I actually don't think so. I don't know why I thought you would have seen that.
I don't think I follow your
I have watched Conclave.
Okay, anyway, so yeah, he's the Nigerian. I'll follow your Letterboxd after this. He's the Nigerian priest in.
Yeah, and my comment from Conclave was, a Nigerian man will always Nigerian. So yeah.
Why are you embarrassing us in front of everybody?
Cardinal
Get a better rep
or something, isn't it? Adeyemi.
Yeah, Adeyemi. So so my point is that like he's someone that has been on all these British shows. Like he's like I turn on a British show.
He's a famous
face, in Gangs of London,
but maybe not famous.
Yes,
yeah.
He was in the Agatha Christie. Was it an Agatha Christie novel? No, the one with,
he was in See How They Run. Yeah.
See How They Run. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Was it Agatha Christie? See How They Run, Agatha Christie.
Yeah, well, it's a kind of loosely based on Agatha Christie. Yeah.
So yeah, he's like one of these guys that you turn on a British production and he turns up. He's like, and he's like really good. He was in Gangs of London as well. He was in Conclave. So I was like, oh, I'm surprised he's ever appeared in the show. And then first thing I see in the trailer is him. Harry Lloyd, who was also in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Viserys Targaryen
Maybe
or something.
One of them, I don't know.
He was in Doctor Who as well, famously. But he pops up in loads of stuff. He's in the Iris Affair at the minute.
Oh, he was in Arcane.
Yeah, he plays the guy. I can't remember his name again. The cripple from Arcane. Anyway, yeah. So the reason Harry Lloyd was like interesting to me is because for some reason I've been thinking about this show Counterpart for the last few months. Anyone who is listening to this, please go watch Counterpart. It's a really good show. 2 seasons, J.K. Simmons, Harry Lloyd, Nazanin Boniadi, one of the finest women to ever exist. And it's a really cool sci-fi show. It's a show it's actually based in Berlin. Yeah, I think so. I watched it a long time ago. It's a show about 2 parallel universes. That's all I can say about the show. It's really good. It's one of those shows that like nobody
I'm reading
watched.
the synopsis and it kind of reminds me of Fringe.
That's a good comparison. But like, it's one of those shows that I was watching and like into the first season, I was like, this has to be based on a comic book, right? Because like the mythology and the lore is so deep, and it's like it's a really good show. But it's one of those shows that like I only know one other person that watched it, and that was Ayo. Like only like people that were TV obsessive watched that show. Nobody watched that show. So please go watch Counterpart. I was thinking about that. There's no Louisa in the trailer.
Yeah.
No, she's been spotted on set though.
Yes, but do we know it's not for season 7?
Oh,
that's a valid question. But do you think they'd go through 2 books of content without Louisa?
Yeah,
no, but she's not. If she's not available to shoot, she's not available to shoot.
Hang on, let me check something.
No, let's leave it. Let's leave it open ended, Chris. Let's not confirm it either way.
Okay,
we'll find out in a few months.
It's like I don't want to know.
And then the final thing is that someone whose funeral were they all at?
Oh, well, I know the answer to that, but I'm not going to say, obviously.
No, you're not going to say. Oh my God.
Yes, please don't say.
No, I mean, I'm interested to hear
But
what
if
you...
Standish
no,
finds the
yeah.
bottle and it
to hear
takes
what your
out the way.
guesses are. I'm interested to hear what your guesses
I
are.
mean, my guess is Molly, but that's all I'm going to say.
Left
I don't
field?
think it's any of the like slow horses.
No.
And it's somebody
that's
that
you
like Diana
confirming
had
it's
to.
not Standish. Okay.
No, Standish was at the funeral.
Yeah.
You see it all over. And you've got to think
That's
why Frank is there, right?
Yeah, but also all the slow horses are there as well as Diana. Like it has to be big enough for like Diana. Like Diana will not go for like.
Could it be David?
It could be David. It's probably David actually. Oh, now that you say it's actually probably David actually. Yeah. But would Lamb go for David's funeral?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Why wouldn't
they
he?
work closely together?
I know,
and
but
also,
they worked together for years, and I think he'd put away.
But also based on River alone, just to show face.
You guys are putting a lot of sympathy on Lamb right now. I don't know where this is coming from.
We just found out he's been through real shit.
That would
okay,
explain
I think there's something in there. His heart beats somewhere.
That
deep
would
down
explain
there.
why all the slow horses are there, and why Standish in particular is there, because she obviously worked for him.
Yeah, I understand all of that, but like, why would Lamb be there? Like, I understand Diana being there because, like,
I
think maybe you think of Lamb as this unfeeling, non-human
Lamb probably
person.
knew him for 30 or 40 years, didn't he? So they have history.
I mean, sure, okay. You guys are being very kind to Lamb right now, but okay.
And you are being very unkind. So what?
Am I? No, this man was teasing David about his dead wife last season. What are we doing? What are we talking about?
Also another thing from this episode when River's like talking about his dad and Lamb was like, oh, is that him? And he's like, no, I'm not going to tell you what he said, so you can just say he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's losing memory. He's like, why do I have to say? You just said it for me.
That was very funny. Okay. Angel, is there anything that jumped up to you from this trailer? I mean, we said that the state from this trailer looks like the slow horses are being haunted. That's kind of like
that's kind of all that jumped out at me. I'm like, first of all, Slough House doesn't exist anymore. Database, their names are out there, and people are hunting them. Very intrigued to see how that turns out for the slow horses next season. How are they going to hunt? How's the huntee going to become the hunter? Because they too have to go back on their own hunts now to find who's hunting.
Frank is back. He says he's back for business.
Sure.
I mean, as someone, even though I said I didn't love last season, I want Hugo Weaving back. I want to see him. Like I did enjoy his performance.
I like last season.
I'm like, I like last season. I just didn't love it. So
yeah, if I had to place in my ranking, it would be season 5. Now will now be my second favorite season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know, Chris. Is there anything spoiler free you can tease from the trailer?
There's a new Slough House member joining the crew in this book. Who's one of my favorite characters. So I think that I'm looking forward to that.
Is he a new character? We've not met the character before.
We've not met them before, yeah. So they're a new addition to the crew.
Wonder how they fucked up.
I'm just trying to check if they've cast this actor yet. But I can't see anything. But they must have spotted him on set.
Yeah, but that's interesting. There's a scene in the trailer where it's cut to look like it's a scene between Flight and Diana, and it might be where Flight is something like, if you're in trouble or something, and Diana is kind of like, how dare you? But it's not an angry, how dare you? It's almost kind of like I don't know how to describe it.
Even Flight kind of looks like, that's something in the trailer. Flight looks like not quite herself. I don't know how else to put that. Like she's going through some things. And I'm like, I don't know, did she lose her job? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, as always, Slough House trailers are always excellent. So I'm very intrigued about this one. And
I just love that they have such a whole trailer to give you
that's
a year's
to watch the show. Like you just finished the
year's worth of hype, you know.
They're giving you the preview for next season. Like, come on, this is what you have to look forward to. Like, this is shit you wait 6 months for.
Like, here we go.
Or like, yeah.
And it looks like we're back to Diana covering her ass, covering up some shit she's done.
She's HBIC now, so
yeah,
she gotta move in a HBIC way.
More stuff we'll have to cover. I don't know. So yeah, those are my big takeaways. New cast members. I'm excited to see Harry Lloyd, Lucien Samati. There's no Louisa in the trailer. Frank is back, and whose funeral? I was thinking Molly, but it's probably David. You guys are right. Yeah, I think that's kind of everything from me. I don't really have anything else. I think we've covered the entire season. This was very fun.
I thoroughly had a fantastic time.
Yeah.
Again, what a privilege.
Any final thing you want to say? This is now or never.
I just love the show.
Watch the show, y'all.
And the world. And if you haven't read them, I'd really recommend the books as well. Because they're such a... He's just got, I think sometimes thriller writers get like, oh, it's just a thriller, Whereas I think if you read these, they're genuinely like really well written. And yeah, they're just some of my favorite books.
Once I start reading white people again, I might.
So right now you're just reading black people?
Yeah. Yeah, it's reparations for all the force feeding.
Really? Okay.
All the force feeding I had to do growing up. Now, let's see what my Africans are saying. But very intrigued to read it because of how much I enjoyed the show. I think you saying that you've read the books and how much, it influences the story makes me want to read it as well. So, defo.
Yeah, if I was still reading books, I would read the books. But...
Hey.
Yeah, I went off reading for ages and then I've gone on a big rabbit hole.
I miss reading books. I do miss reading books. I don't have the time to read books.
Yeah,
podcasts take up all my book reading time now.
Yeah, and movie watching and TV watching.
TV. I can't. There's no way to fit in. Because
I find if I want to focus on one particular area, I have to like exercise something else for a little while. So
no, you're right, 100%.
If I want to read more or watch more films, I've got to cut TV out or cut video games out or whatever and be like, I'm going to focus on this one thing.
Because when I started listening to podcasts, my music listening dropped because you can't do both.
You can't do both. One takes the space of the other.
Yeah.
Because like in the time you would be listening to music, you're listening to a podcast or an audiobook or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I was like listening to music while I was on commutes or doing laundry or going on walks. Now that's my podcast time. It's the same thing with like I was reading books, either like I was reading books on like commutes as well, or maybe if I can carve off 30 minutes before bed. But now it's like I have so many shows backlogged. I need to get through those shows. So it's like, you can't. It's just impossible to do all of them. So books have kind of fallen by the wayside.
Absolutely.
But which is why I'm dumber now. But hey, we take the good with the bad.
I was gonna say we have a literacy problem, but I don't want you to feel like pointed at.
We do have a literacy.
Yeah,
I am part of the problem. But you know what? We try to use this podcast to at least help
educate.
In some way.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're on a mission to civilize. Guys, thank you very much, Angel, Chris, for this full season.
Thank you so much.
This is the first time I think we've done Slough Houses like episode by episode, so this was fun.
Hey, so happy to be a part of history.
Had a great time, great season, had really funny season. I just randomly watched the part of the piss underpass clip where he says like Batman hates penguins. And it's like, this show is so stupid.
Who hates penguins? Batman. Famously
okay, guys, thank you very much for listening. Please check out Chris's work on London Film Festival. Check out his interviews with Emma Thompson and Ruth Wilson for Down Cemetery Road. Check out Down Cemetery Road. Let us know your thoughts. I'll try and check it out at some point before the end of the year. Angel, I'm finally catching up with The Morning Show, the latest season of The Morning Show.
I just watched episode 1.
Yeah. It doesn't, maybe because I'm binging it, I'm not watching it weekly as I normally do, but it doesn't feel as stupid, which is good. It feels like a lot more, it's more soap opera, which is, I'm just like, fine, that's your box, just stay there.
I'm here for this drama. Yeah.
Before they were making very dumb decisions. Doesn't matter
they're doing too much. I was like,
I'm like, okay, now just be a soap opera shit.
Like, I was actually surprised when I started watching. I was like, kind of locked in. I was like, oh, okay.
Speaking of locked in, Chris, are you locked in for Pluribus?
Yeah, sure, why not?
That's sure, why not?
That was like,
I mean, I've not seen all of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, so I've seen like I've seen like a good chunk of Breaking Bad, but I haven't seen any of Better Call Saul.
Well, I mean, it's not in the same universe. It helped, obviously.
No.
But
I mean, so I'm still excited for it. Yeah, I don't really know anything about it. I haven't seen the trailer yet, so.
Same, it's a mystery show. So, for anyone who doesn't know, Pluribus is the new Apple TV sci-fi show from Vince Gilligan, who created Breaking Bad and co-created Better Call Saul. It stars Ray Sion, who played Kim Wexler excellently on Better Call Saul. So yeah, it's Apple TV, sci-fi, it's their bad. I think the log line is that she plays Carol, the last miserable woman in a world full of happy people, something like that. So,
and she has to make people more miserable or something. Yeah,
I don't know. So I'm very intrigued to see what it's all about. Obviously, it's Gilligan going back to his sci-fi roots from like X-Files and things like that. But that's a good place to wrap up. Just over an hour, guys. Thank you very much for listening. Chris and Angel, thank you very much for joining me on this ride.
Thank you so much.
Unfortunately, despite being really fucking good, you guys will remain in Slough House for at least another year. So I apologize. Thank you very much, everyone. Please check out our other podcasts, check out our film coverages, and join us next week when we'll be joined by Oscar winner, BAFTA winner, Daniel Kaluuya. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Chris is really happy because this is the first time that like he has no secret to hide. He can just really, say everything. We're all up to date with Chris is.
No, I have to applaud Chris there. His poker face and his silence.
I have to my notes. I was going to like his poker face, but let's get into it.